Good morning and welcome to the FP Markets Daily Market Update. And been a very positive day here in the Asia Pacific region. As you can see, risk firmly back on, and that was started in the US session where we saw tech stocks in particular come surging back. All the FANGs were looking good, led by Apple, an announcement of new strength microprocessors in its new Apple Macs. So Nasdaq, as you can see here, finished up nicely on the day, 1% up, and Asian markets have followed as well, sort of quite nicely along. ASX here, not joining in as much as you'd expect, just along the street from us here in Sydney, but certainly the Asian markets, Hang Seng, as you can see, they're up 1.28%, and some of the other Asia Pacific countries hanging in there nicely, and sort of a nice sort of day for investors out there at the moment. In line with that, of course, we've seen that the dollar's dropped off a bit, and where it's still been playing that safe haven trade. And if we look along to a couple of the other products, US 10-year yields just dropping off from those recent highs. You can see they've topped out there again, right on that resistance line that we saw yesterday. And that's been reflected across the currencies as well. Some of the risk currencies looking to poke their heads up higher. So one of the main ones, obviously, the Aussie dollar here. That's just crept above recent, recent pretty quiet range-bound trading. It's really done a lot of work around that 74 cents level, and as you can see here, it's like trading quite nicely off this sort of continued uptrend. I mean, it's not flying anywhere, but the Aussie sort of like looking good on the crosses again. As you can see here, Euro Aussie back down to 156.30 odd, Sterling Aussie just under 185. Kiwi as well, shot in the arm, obviously, from inflation data yesterday, and that's continued. It broke above that high that it sort of capped out on, just on that prior resistance level. Good trend line that coming in, few touches there. Just a break to the top side. I suppose we're just targeting another move above that 71.70 level, and that'll get the Kiwi bulls excited. The cross nipping under 105 again as well. So keep an eye on that. A lot of people, especially given the longer term interest rate differentials between Aussie and Kiwi, RBA firmly sitting on their hands, and RBNZ obviously hiked recently, plus stronger inflation data out across the Tasman. Hopes of a parity party from the Kiwis over there, but don't get too excited just too soon. Sterling sort of back on the front foot again, longest sort of hourly chart here, but as you can see, back up there just around just above 137.50. Cap few days, just around the levels we're at now, so it'd be interesting to see where we're going, and plenty of action out in sterling as well. As you can see, sterling still strong on the crosses as well. Sterling yen up at 157, and euro sterling down there trading comfortably under 85 the figure. Euro's had a nice little move up as well, probably maybe not as much as sterling as we were sort of talking about earlier, just on the hourly there, broke above that 116.20 resistance that was coming in, only 20 points higher than that. Expect a little bit more movement in the euro as we move into the London session later on, and obviously dollar yen and yen crosses still looking very perky. Although if you look at a couple of crosses, certainly euro yen, this is a long-term chart here, that's coming up to a bit of a resistance level. Strong sort of consolidation around there, way back in the June-July region of 2021. Similar sort of level, just hitting upon that sort of resistance level in Aussie yen. So keep an eye on that. Could be some good trading levels for people there. CAD still on the front foot as well. Obviously, dollars come off in line with the general big dollar move across the board, but CAD still looking perky due to oil prices. Keep an eye on that. I think there's plenty more opportunities out there. Swissy, another one that we've seen plenty of movement on recently. As you can see here, Euro Swiss flirting back down with that sort of 107 level. Dollar Swiss trading just above 92 cents. Just talking about that oil that it's just come off from those highs that we saw yesterday, but still trading comfortably above $80 a barrel. Bitcoin flirting with all-time highs. There you go, all-time high up around 65,000. Not too far off it at the moment, trading, what's the high on the day, like just under 63,000. Could be some interesting moves for the cryptocurrencies there, and gold, always a strong interest for gold in certainly from our client base. Still sitting really in this bigger range that we've seen established from much earlier in the year. But on the short term, obviously, we've seen just a little bit of a creep higher as dollar and dollar yields have just dropped off. So that's pretty much where we're at today. I think there's plenty more coming later in the day for the market. Keep an eye on those stock markets. For a moment, it's sort of risk on. So I think it's buy dips across your stocks, across your indices. Keep an eye on that dollar dropping off as well. But there is a lot coming out, a lot of central bank action. There's a lot of earnings numbers coming out as well. That could change that that sentiment very quickly. So I think it's still good trading environment for those nimble traders that are prepared to get in there and take those quick moves. But certainly there's a few trends that are being established as well. So good luck trading. If you need anything from us at FP Markets, please do let us know. Thanks very much and good luck out there. Cheers.